Ah,
Hi, we
hello,
were live.
hello, everyone. It's 444 on Thursday, and I'm really happy and excited to Card-Laborate with Lauren Rainbow, the amazing Lauren Rainbow.
Oh, yeah.
Many of you have seen us before together, and we love co-creating, so it's going to be so much fun today.
Yeah.
So we'll wait till everybody hops on, but today, so I've been doing this once a month, and I've called it Card-Laborating with other Oracle card creators and messengers. So Lauren has her own, well, co-created with John Holland, right?
Yeah.
Why don't you show it?
The
Your
mediumship training deck.
mediumship training deck. Yeah, it's fabulous. I have mine
I
right here
love
in the drawer as well.
it.
So
Working with the
I'm going to have Lauren share a little bit about her deck and how it was created, and then we're going to do a group reading together, and then we'll do a couple individual readings. And then I asked Lauren if she'd do her beautiful heart meditation at the end. So we're going to switch from healing, and we'll incorporate healing and heart meditation. She just does such a beautiful job at that. So I'm so excited she said yes to this. And the other piece today is, I love to have fun. So I told Lauren we're going to do the readings using your intuition and our intuition. So you can prepare right now and decide if you want to pick the number. And this is intuitively. So sense your intuition and tune in. But you're going to pick number 1, 2, or 3. Okay. And then we'll give you a reading based on the number you picked. So Lauren, thank you so much for being here. And I just want you to share a little bit about who you are and how the Oracle deck was created and your intention with the Oracle deck.
Absolutely. And thank you, Karen, for having me. It's good to be back with you.
I know.
Always so much fun when we Card-Laborate.
Yeah.
So, well, thank you. I love that. So I am an intuitive psychic medium, or a little bit of everything, right?
Yeah.
I also do sacred journeys, which we were just talking about. I just got back from Egypt with a lovely group of people that were soul journeying together. And I created the mediumship training deck with my dear friend, a good dear friend of both of ours, actually, John Holland. And what we decided to do with this particular deck was to design a tool, not just it can be used as an oracle, but it's also a tool to help you connect with ways to open your awareness to spirit or help your intuitive energy open up. We've got a lot of beautiful cards in there, and each one has its own little intent. Like, look at that, the power of prayer. And then on the back, we have a little bit of an instruction about how prayer is helpful in your development and how to work with some, connections to prayer and other things. So it's a lovely deck. We had so much fun working with it. I know that John and I decided to create this when we both were sitting down one night wanting to do a deck, but something different. And we have a lot of students, as I'm sure you know, Karen, too, when they take a class, they want to like, how do we continue? How do we keep working? And that's where we kind of came up with the idea for the training deck. So it was a lot of fun.
Beautiful. And today I'll be using my new Oracle deck. There it is. Ask your soul knows. And I created this deck with the intention of people really connecting to their soul and opening up to their soul's guidance, healing, miracles. And I really wanted people to understand that asking the soul brings that invitation, brings the answers, the insight, the guidance that you can use. So each card has a question or an invitation to the soul. So this one says, help me to see the truth. And your information is on the back of the cards. I created a little guidebook that goes with it, with all the messages and the insight. So it's been so fun to, collaborate with other Oracle. I just had this, I miss the center and collaborating with other people. And I just thought this would be a fun way to do my 444 reading. So I've kind of put it in every month, and it's been fun to just invite. Last we had Stephen Farmer. John Holland said he would come. I hope he uses his psychic tarot deck, because I
Ooh,
know
great
that
one.
years in my 444. He's going to be here in May. So I'm just keep inviting different Oracle messengers, and it's been a blast, I have to tell you. So hit that share button, everybody, during the session, and let everybody see our work and receive their own messages and get to know Lauren as well. So one thing I want to mention before we dive in is that tonight I have the gifts of the Blessed Mother, Mary, and we're doing messages of divine guidance. I give everybody a message. So there's a couple spots left. If you're interested, it's at 7:00 tonight. And I do want to mention that my Angel Messenger certification starts next week. And I do have a couple spots open for that. 2/22/22, the magical day. We're going to launch our 8-week Angel Messenger on that day. So I just want to mention that. I know some people, right, Lauren, they're last minute and they,
Yes.
right? They wanted
yes.
You can learn in the Angel Messenger how to do readings, how to invite the divine into your life, how to co-create with the divine. People have transformations over 8 weeks. I'm sure you see that in your classes too, especially when you go on a journey together.
Oh, absolutely.
Right?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. So what we're going to do now, just know that if you want to be picked for an individual reading, you do need to comment. You can comment about the number you pick. You can comment about Lauren's work, my work. You can comment about our hairstyle. No, whatever you want.
It's a little crazy.
Luckily, I took a shower before we went on today.
I know, COVID time. Do we take a shower or not?
We can still like dress from the waist up, right?
Yes. Yes.
All right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to play a couple notes on the crystal lyre. It's a beautiful lyre with just all made of pure crystals. And I'll play a couple notes just to center us, raise our vibration, and so we can all open up to receive our highest and best today. So just take a nice deep breath and just allow yourself to just receive the vibration. Okay, so we'll go into prayer together. Everybody take a nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, let go of everything that happened before you came to the reading, and take another nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, let go of everything that's going to happen after, and just breathe into the present moment. Breathe into the peace of being here now and taking this sacred time for yourself. This is your time. I'm going to ask you to invite your angels, guides, masters, teachers, any loved ones from the spirit world. Ask them to create a beautiful circle of light, love, healing, peace, protection, wisdom, and guidance. Take a deep breath into that unconditional love. I'm going to ask you to invite your soul to come into divine alignment so your soul can support you as well in guidance, healing, truth. I ask the highest vibration of love, light, and grace to work through Lauren and myself and everyone here for your highest and greatest good. I ask the highest vibration of love, light, and grace to bring forth anything that no longer serves you to be healed, transformed, released, and completed. I also ask the highest vibration of love, light, and grace to bring forth clarity, wisdom, guidance, truth, healing, and your highest and the highest and best of all, better than you could ever imagine. And just join me in saying, and so it is.
And so it is.
Okay, so everyone, your role is to pick the number 1, 2, or 3. We all have intuition. We're just showing it in a different way, but everybody has intuition. So pick the number that pops in your head, and I'm sure some of you are going, 2, no, 3, 4, no. So pick that number. And what we're going to do is I'm going to pick one card from my Ask Your Soul Oracle deck, and then Lauren's going to pick a card. And you know what, Lauren, I'll ask you to do the reading first.
Okay.
For ones, but why don't we pick the cards first? So we're going to pick one first. So you pick one card from each for one. Tell me when you picked one.
Got it.
Okay. Okay. So now we're going to pick a card for number twos.
I'm liking this already.
And I haven't turned mine over yet. And last one, number three. Ooh, I'm going back and forth with two of them.
I probably should have them flipped over, but they.
That's all right. Okay.
I won't tell anybody else.
So do you want to start with one?
Absolutely. So to talk about our first card in connection for all of us, and remember, this is a mediumship training deck, but when we use it as an oracle, it has a lot, some of these pieces can have a lot to do with where we need to be in our life right now. So the first one I picked was linking with spirit. Can you all see that?
Yeah.
And I love this one because in a mediumship training sense, this is about, as mediums, and Karen, you would know, like when we reach out to the spirit, we begin our connection with our guides, our masters, our loved ones. We create a link, we create a connection that begins to build as we work with their spirits. As mediums, when we create that link, we're starting to reach out, identify the spirit, and build the energy. But today, this also has a lot to do, I think, when we look at it from an oracle perspective, about remembering to reach out to your loved ones, to reach out to your guides, your masters, your angels, to ask for love, to ask for help, to ask for guidance. You know, I know we're just moving through the full moon energy too, the quickening moon, which I love as you see the hearts that connect here. So you've got the gentleman in the living and you've got the spirit one here. And their heart is still so vibrant, whether we're here in life or we're in the spirit, that no matter where we are and when we're connecting with our loved ones, we can still feel that heart, that connection, that love that comes forward. So I think this is a really great start to where we are right now in this read, to connect with your loved ones, to connect beyond, to connect to that higher intuition, to link with spirit. And be open to receive.
I love the image on that card.
Isn't that gorgeous?
Yeah, can you put a little closer? It's so beautiful. Look at
that. So you've got the spirit,
so beautiful
heart.
Yeah.
So I love that imagery a lot. I'm sorry, what?
The light coming through, like the different energy of light. Yes. So I think it's so cool. See, this is so much fun for us. And I really, I think this is my fourth Card-Laboration. I really trust that when we go into that prayer together, that we're calling forth and somehow there's going to be synergy, connection. Well, number one, so it's so cool. Of course, what do I need to know about my relationship? Well, where Lauren picked that card, and intuitively last time I start, and usually I do start, and just kind of break the ice and give support, but we've been together before and I knew that you had to go first. And so and spirit knew, because this is about, this is why I love teaching other people how to connect and communicate with the divine, loved ones in spirit. That's why your training deck is so important, because people want guidance on how to connect. And this is about the divine and your loved ones in spirit want to build and grow your relationship together. And you have, the biggest thing is they need you and you need them, right? So it's a collaboration here. We're collaborating, but it's a collaboration. It's a co-creation. So you both need to put seeds in the soil to grow the relationship with spirit and the angels, loved ones, guides. And, really, Lauren and I have taught about this. Yeah. And I can't tell you, I mention it all the time in my 444 readings, in my classes, but it's about you planting the seeds in meditation, asking, inviting, show me the signs, show me the synchronicities. I have to tell you, quick little story on my walk today. I stopped at my sacred spot near the water and I called out to the Blessed Mother And I also called out to, because my mom has not been around at all in a year and a half after she passed. And I called out to both, and I said this prayer, and I asked, and then I let it go. And that's important. Like, ask, invite, but then you got to let it go. Because if you stay attached to it, sometimes you're controlling a little bit more, where if you let it go and say, show me. And what I did this morning, and all of you can do this, is if you want to develop that relationship, you can say, give me a sign that's undeniable that I cannot deny. It's so powerful that I cannot deny. And that, if you ask, it will be given. It's your job to pay attention when it comes and not to deny it when it comes. So I think that is isn't that so freaking cool? I can't stand it.
They go well together.
They're holding hands in one and the hands in the other. And these are two completely different decks, right? So number ones, I'm excited for you, okay?
Connect with spirit and then be open to receive their love.
Exactly. All right. So why don't you, I'll go number 2 first.
Oh, sure. Okay.
All right.
I love
I love this card. So number 2 is take a deep breath. This card is show me my purpose. Now, there's a compass on the card. There's a stairway. So the stairway represents show me one step at a time. Show me my purpose. The compass is, again, what you did today, using your intuition, using your inner compass to guide you. Now, we've done a whole weekend retreat at Kripalu about purpose. And, I feel like people get lost in ego purpose, where they feel like, okay, when I achieve this goal, then I'll be in purpose. When this happens, or I publish a book, or you do something like your ego thinks is grand or important. But no, purpose is happening in every moment. It's happening every day. So to me, and on the soul level, being in purpose is letting your light shine, following your joy, sharing in kindness, using your intuition when you're called to support somebody. But this is about following your soul's compass through light, through joy, through love. And trust me, you're in your purpose every day. And so one of my prayers is show me my purpose, or show me a purpose greater than I know myself. Show me a purpose greater than I know myself. And so that opens into expansion of infinite possibilities of being in purpose. So now I'm curious to see what your card holds.
Well, and if I can, while you're talking about that, and to those of you who picked 2, but I think, Karen, you're probably seeing this a lot too. I think that card is so timely right now, because I feel like a lot of people are struggling with purpose.
Yeah.
We've been through 2 years of change, and, and I think so many are here. So I love how we're like, it's not a finite thing. It's an evolutionary piece, isn't it? Yes. So what came up when you talk about it was spirit guides.
Spirit guides?
Wow. Spirit guides, which I love. And, to me, this would be a way of not just, having that intent, like you're saying, what is my purpose? But the word guides, I think, is so important specifically here, that you feel and trust your guidance. Yeah. And, we talk about spirit guides here when on the card, we talk about meditating, open your heart, feeling their light and love. But the one thing I've learned about guides, especially over the last few years, is that they're a part of you. Yeah. So when we talk about guides, it's not something that's a separate piece of you. Your inner guidance is part of the team of guides that work around you, right? So I feel like trusting your inner calling to step into what you're seeing in your card, and I'm almost bent it there, but being aware of all the other energies that surround you from the higher perspective, not just our loved ones, but I love this, your animal totems. We've got like a little Buddha. We've got a little native gentleman here on this side. It's hard in the mirror. There we go. And so I think with spirit guides, it's really trusting not just the energies around you that bring love, support, and to open doors, but that your own inner guidance will help you step into that purpose.
Absolutely.
And I think that's the biggest piece, is step into it. Don't be afraid to do that.
Yeah, and also I think with that card too, I always say if
Mm,
there is something that you feel you want to step into more for fully that you know is of your purpose, call on the guides that specialize in that, right?
yeah. Yeah.
And to assist you, to be of support. I remember when I was writing my first book, Enoch, the guide
Mm.
came to me and said, "With Jesus, will you write the book?" And didn't even know the name Enoch or who Enoch was. And he was a
I mean,
scribe.
Karen.
I did. He was a
There's
scribe.
a whole key to Enoch.
I know. And so, what a perfect guy to come in and help me write my first
Absolutely.
book, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I feel like sometimes we can, again, it feels like the reading is all flowing
I
together.
know, right? At the same time, I'm like,
Right,
well, you know.
right. So we can build a relationship with those guides that help
Yes,
us be in purpose.
absolutely.
Okay. All right. Number 3.
Ooh.
Okay, well, I'm gonna have you go first on
Okay.
number 3.
So this one's interesting. This one is the wheels of light, which is all about the energies of your chakras, being in balance, learning to be more aware of your energy system, which I think is so key right now in our world and in our life, right, Karen? I know that we've all been through the ups and downs of the energetics of the last 2 years, and really taking, especially right now, a real good time to clear your energy, clear your chakras, spend time finding energetic balance in your life is key. And I think especially when we look at this emotionally, because I know there's also been that roller coaster of finding emotional balance. And I love this when we talk about the wheels of light, like really clearing, cleansing, and just taking time every day to honor the mental, the spiritual, the physical, and allowing all of those pieces to come into balance.
Yeah.
So, the chakra system, being aware of your energy, taking care of your energy. And Karen and you and I talked about this in our last webenar together, energy hygiene, right?
That's right. You have that
You know?
beautiful term. That's right.
Absolutely. So, taking that time to really, on all levels that honor your body, your energy, really take the time. I have had to do that in the last 2 weeks, just energy hygiene, rest, clear, cleanse, and keep going.
Yeah. And can you hold that card up again?
Yeah.
What the first thing that comes to me when I see that card, and especially because I'm looking at my card, is alignment.
Yes.
Right. And yeah, that the chakras are in alignment. When we're in alignment, we feel like we can flow. We feel like we're in the flow. We feel like things start to happen, things start to come together. We just feel good, right?
100%.
So the card from my deck is it time to move on? So see, there's a boat and the light's pulling towards a light. Okay. So the first thing I got, because I knew you had to go first, and tagging off that card number 3 is I feel it's time. Think about what it's time to move on that's pulling you out of alignment. Okay. Like, what is it that, or what's going to bring you in alignment that it's time to step through that new doorway, or a doorway that brings you back into alignment. So sometimes we have to move along and move out of energy that's not serving us. So what's coming to me for number 3s is relationships that pull you out of alignment, food, drink that pulls you out of alignment, anything that feels like, especially, I don't know about everybody else, but after the 2 years, we've kind of got into habits of being at home or isolated. And so I really feel like, seriously, that we're moving on and we're coming through a new doorway of consciousness, that we're moving on from all of this. It's never going to be what it was, but we're moving on, and there is a doorway open. I think everybody can start to feel it. I definitely have gotten my mojo and, starting to think about, whoa, it's time we just got okay to do our Glastonbury Abbey retreat in May and be in public first time. I miss retreats, right?
Well, just doing Egypt, and getting out into the world again. Yeah,
right?
absolutely. So, we're ready.
Everyone, that we're being pulled through that next doorway. But really empower yourself with the alignment that is shown in Lauren's card, because I feel like that's what's gonna, you can go through the doorway, riding waves, or you can go through smooth sailing, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Oh, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Thank you, everyone. So what I'll do is, why don't you, I have to shuffle my cards back. And I'm going to put them back, and maybe we'll start with you, and I'll pick somebody for you to, actually, let's do it this way. You pick one card, I'll pick one card for that person.
Absolutely. I love that idea.
Do that way.
Yeah.
And then we'll share in the reading. And I always know that everybody benefits when we do this. But also, I would love if you could hit that share button and send this out, send this energy. Somebody will, maybe it'll give them the light that they're looking for today, or they'll give them guidance that supports them. So just come out of the spiritual closet and hit the share button, right?
Can't get more out of the closet than we are.
Oh, look at Mary Gillette got chosen. You know what I love about this?
How did you do that?
I scroll it, and then it stops and it lights up the person.
Oh, interesting. I'm like, oh, okay. Like, where'd you do that?
Okay, so I know Mary Gillette, so I'm really excited that she got picked, because she gives so much to other people. Now she can receive. Okay, so Lauren, you pick your card and I'll pick mine.
Do you want me to go first?
Yep, go ahead.
So the first one we got is finding the stillness, Mary. Taking time. I love finding the stillness, and it can be so many ways, whether that be a meditation or a quiet place to walk and sit, like Karen said, being outside, finding that sit spot, enjoying the sun, and taking a moment to simply just breathe. I love this image where they're just like looking up and just enjoying that connection. So finding the stillness, a really good time right now, especially as we're coming out of the full moon, to just take that inner quiet moment and listen to the heart, to the soul, let everything rest inside.
Beautiful. And Mary, to go along with that is help me with the patience.
Oh goodness, Mary.
So what's interesting is I don't think Mary minds me sharing this, but she just retired. So how perfect are these messages, right?
Yeah.
To have patience with the transition, because it is a transition. Retirement is a transition. It's like closing a chapter and opening a chapter. So your card was so perfect.
Yeah, taking that moment to be first, enjoy the idea that you've started a new chapter, find that moment of quiet. I don't think it'll be that way forever.
Does not like to sit still, does it? So, my deck really educates people on when are you, following an ego-driven life. Not that it's bad. It's just living a soul-lit life is completely different than leading an ego-driven life. So
soul-lit life. Ooh, Karen, that's sexy. That's sexy.
Yeah, so here we are. So give yourself time, give yourself patience, and just enjoy, right? That's the word that came to me. Enjoy.
We need so much more of that, being in Egypt and being with people and laughing and just sitting around and just being outside in the sun and laughing. I sat there at one moment. I'm like, hi, I love that we're in Egypt, but who cares? I get to laugh with people right now and forgetting just how much that filled our souls. So absolutely.
Oh. All right, here we go. So the next person is Maura Lawler. Okay.
Ooh, so I know Maura.
Take a nice deep breath and be open to receive. Okay, so I'll start on this one. So this is the card of choices. This is about tuning into your soul. So I definitely feel when this card comes up, you have choices that are either present or coming down the road for you. I would really encourage you to sit in oneness with your soul as you discern your choices. Now, remember, the soul's light and energy is of love, is of peace, is of joy. You're going to have to trust. That's the word I just heard yelled. You're going to have to trust that even though you may have choices that You have the answers within you in oneness with your soul. Your soul will support you in choosing the direction. And I always say, go with the prayer, ask your soul to show you the direction or the choice that serves your highest and best and the highest and best of all. And, I always include the highest and best of all because personally, I don't want to make choices that if it's not in Louis' highest and best, then it's not going to end up turning into my highest and best, right?
Yeah.
And so I feel that when you say that prayer, your soul, but I heard just be patient and trust as the answers unfold. Okay.
I love that. So I got creating sacred space.
Ah.
So, while you're looking at, it might be that it's a good time to, finding the stillness is kind of similar, but this one's different, like creating a space in your life, whether that be energetic, physical, that is a bit of your own place, that gives you a little bit of the touches, whether that be little touches of statues, crystals, nothing, the right little rug, the right lighting, just to be, and to have that place in your life that you feel is sacred. And sacred space, we think physical, but I often think it can also be just a space in your heart, a time where you just create moments that you feel are sacred. Maybe that's going somewhere, enjoying an experience that you feel opens that idea of being reverent, of being connected. So creating sacred space would probably be a great way to help you find that right perfect place to make some of those choices.
Yeah. And what's interesting, I see, is that smudge, or is it smudge?
Sage, yeah.
Sage on there, smudge. Okay. So, what came to me as I was looking at the sage on there is one thing you can do, and everybody can do this when making choices. You can, and Lauren's going to do beautiful heart centering, but you can literally put your hand on your heart and choose one choice and notice how it feels and take the path of that choice. And then you can clear with your smudge. I keep mine right by my sacred, space, and then go to the second choice, or if there's a third choice. And that really helps in creating that sacred space to get the answers that serve your highest and best.
And if I can just add a little touch, if you don't have in the moment, if you're out and about and you want to make a decision, but you don't have the sage stick, all you have to do is take almost like the wheels of light. So feel into one, see how your heart feels, then take a breath in your heart that just clears it.
Oh, yeah.
And then the other one and breathe into that and see how it feels. So sage is great, but if you're ever like out and about, you're like, just take that cleansing breath in between that just says, you know what, I want to come back to center, and then feel into the next one. And that's how I like to help make some decisions as well.
Beautiful. Okay. So do you want to share in your, you call it what you,
the heart breath. Absolutely.
Oh, the heart breath. Okay.
Yeah. What we can do is a little heart breath connection here to just kind of open up your heart. And much like we were just talking about with Karen, helping you find that grounding place. So as I just kind of get ready to guide us, the one thing I teach about the heart breath is this is the simplest technique that you can learn to be grounded, centered, and focused in any moment. And it just takes a few minutes to get there. And the power of breathing into our hearts, as we're learning so much more about, is it really helps quiet the brain. So for those of you who have like the monkey brain and a lot of thoughts going through, the heart breath will really quiet the brain and bring you here to the center of your being and help you rest in what I call the seat of your pocket here, that just kind of gives you grounded, centered awareness, and it will help with those decision making. Yeah. So if you all are ready, take a moment wherever you are to soften your gaze or close your eyes, whichever feels best for you in this moment. And start first with a lovely grounding breath, just kind of breathing in, full open breath, and then exhaling. And I like to bring myself down into the lower body as I breathe. So I'm open but grounded. So taking in just another first deep breath, and exhaling down into those lower chakras to be here and present in the moment. And then when you're ready, I want you to bring your awareness, everything in your mind, right down into your heart. And start with a gentle breath in the heart that just kind of brings the focus there. And as you exhale, feel the energies, exhale through the heart and open. And taking a breath of awareness in the heart space, gentle, soft breath. And as you exhale, feel that through the heart to open. And take a moment to continue a few soft breaths here in the heart. I want you first to become aware. Do you feel, do you see, do you know that beautiful light in your heart that you're connecting with? And how does the energy of your heart perceive to you? Through color, through energy, through light, through love. As you're breathing into your heart, just feeling that beautiful heart awareness. And exhaling softly out through the heart to open and let that light of yours shine brighter and brighter. And the one thing I've learned with this breath is as you keep your mind in your heart and you breathe in, keeping the body soft helps you open your energy and your light. So as you're breathing into the heart, allow all the aspects, the muscles, the tension, and all aspects of your body soften as you exhale through the heart. And if there is a question that you want to dive into in this moment, if we have a moment, just take a moment in your heart, and perhaps there's two decisions that you want to make. Feel one come up into the heart space, as Karen said. See how that feels in your body. Does your body stay soft and open, or feel excited and ready? Perhaps there might be a moment of reservation, and it's okay to recognize and observe that as you breathe. And just feel that for a second. Don't let your ego stay in the heart. Don't let your ego worry about it. And then when you're ready, take a cleansing breath. Let every part of that energy just step to the side as you breathe. Exhale and ground down into your body. And then for a moment, what is the other piece that you're looking into, the direction you want to take? Just breathe into that awareness. Let it sit in your body, in your heart. Does it feel different? More excited? Or perhaps a little more thoughtful? Just be with that, feel it. And then when you're ready, bring your mind back to the full center of your being. Take a deep breath in. Exhale down. And Karen, if there's a little prayer, energy, or healing you want to add in this moment.
You know what? I just want to add, take that heart energy. And if there's someone that really needs healing right now, just take that heart energy and just send them light, send them love, send them healing. Perfect time to do that.
Aho.
Ask for divine intervention, divine healing, divine grace. Ask for miracles in their highest and best, better than they could ever imagine. And then just lift them into the light of their soul and release with blessings. Yeah. And so it is.
And so it is.
Beautiful. So thank you. That was so, I remember, I just love it. I feel so light right now, right?
A little blissed out.
A little blissed out. Filled with light. Beautiful. Thank you, Lauren. Oh my gosh. Is there anything, you have something coming up that's kind of in alignment to this?
Well, yeah,
right?
I mean, we were just talking about the breath here and the heart breath. And if you're not doing Karen's angel thing on 2/22, because I have a meditation that night as well.
Okay.
So join Karen first. And if you feel like you're the cosmic breath, it's called, it's going to be working with a much more cooler aspect of connecting with the heart and bringing in the energy of the cosmos. This was inspired on my most recent journey to Egypt. We'll be working with the beautiful goddess Hathor, the goddess of love, joy, and wisdom right now, which we so need. And you can find that at the website that way, laurenrainbow.com.
Awesome. And again, I just want to mention tonight, there's a couple spots left for the Gifts of the Blessed Mother and Messages of Divine Guidance. And next week, that's a big day. Everybody's
I know,
doing
it's a good
something on
energy day,
2/22,
yeah.
right? It's going to be an awesome day. So check that out. But Lauren, I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. It's such a gift. I have so much fun with you. So thank you. And thank you everyone that have been here. And, just check out Lauren's website and John and Lauren's cards. You can get them on Amazon and your website, correct?
Yes, absolutely. And don't forget about Karen's cards.
Yep, you can get those on my website at createheaven.com, okay? All right, everyone. Blessings, blessings. Thank you, thank you.
Good night.
Good night.